love you.
Jennifer said this to me 3 times. April 27th, May 4th, and June 12th.
I'm leaving you.
This was said twice, within seconds of each other, because of my response. What?
Goodbye, Matthew.
2 words. Very effective. Succinct. Combination of the 5.
I'm leaving you. Goodbye, Matthew.
Extremely definitive. A real sense of finality. 5 strong words. She made the strong choice. I hoped that she would hesitate out of some conflicted sense of, well, heartbreak in English would have been nice, but her voice revealed no apparent equivation, stammer, or justification.
I love you.
This was not said, but I wish that it was. She took 8 steps to the door. From my door to the stairs is 22 feet 8.5 inches. There are 44 steps down to the sidewalk. It took her 3 minutes, 43 seconds to exit the building.
Matthew, hi. How have you been?
Since she left me, I've come to the grocery store 37 times with the intention of bumping into her. Fine,
I'm glad. I'm sorry things didn't. I'm glad you're doing okay.
Okay, sure, never better, hunky-dory, tip-top, okie-dokie, fantastic, super, swell. I'm just swell, Jennifer. Swell, swollen, fine. I'm fine.
Okay, great. Well,
You look beautiful.
thanks. I should really...
Maybe we could...
No, sorry. I don't think so.
Okay.
Bye.
In her cart, she had flowers, brownie mix, eggs, feta cheese, spinach, pie crust, evaporated milk. She was making quiche and brownies, for another person. You don't make quiche for yourself, for a man, not me. How many times has you used this meal to test and impress? I'd estimate 7. She made the same thing for me the first night she had me over. Thanks for a wonderful evening. The quiche was delicious.
I'm glad you liked it. It's the one thing I can cook with confidence.
So I was wondering, in terms of first dates, how did I rate? Choose whatever scale works best for you.
I'm not so good at quantifying things like that.
It'll help me assess how I did.
Okay, B-, 81%. You have nice table manners, offered compliments, very good eye contact, appealing visage, and a little mediocre in the conversation department. It seems like you get fixated on things.
Numbers, I know.
I'm not so sure that's a good quality in a man,
I brought flowers.
which gives you a very good baseline.
I tried hard at the conversation.
I noticed.
I showed you my watch with the built-in altimeter. Wasn't that cool?
Sure.
Your place is 85 feet above sea level. The sidewalk is 27 feet, so we're 58 feet above the reference plane.
Fascinating.
That means it'd only take me 1.5 seconds to hit the ground if I jumped out your window. I didn't actually say that. I didn't say it out loud.
Hello, Matthew?
I waited 17 days after bumping into her at the store before I called her on the phone.
I'm fine.
I considered calling her 173 times before I actually did. Waiting seemed like the better choice. I didn't want her to think me too obsessive.
No, I'm busy that night.
Maybe another night. I called and they said the movie will show for 17 more days, so that gives us 68 possible times. Though some of those times will be at work, so it's really more like 54. I'm pretty flexible.
Matthew, you're a sweet man, and we've had some good times. You're kind and thoughtful and honest, and you mean a lot to me. For a while I thought that I know maybe I made it seem like it was easy for me to say goodbye, but it wasn't.
Was it something I did? Something I said? Because if it was, whatever it was, I'm sorry. I miss you, Jennifer. More than you know, I think about you a lot.
How many times a day?
7...
Sorry, that wasn't fair. I know you have an answer for that. It's not you. Not completely. I have to go. I'm sorry, Matthew.
She didn't specifically ask me not to call her again, not till the 8th time. I tried to space them out.
Don't make me call the police.
I won't. I'm sorry. Do Steve and Jose know about each other?
Stay away from me.
I'm guessing that they did not. They always seem to arrive at different days at different times. I wonder which one liked peanut butter. She never had peanut butter when we were together, but she purchased 3 jars since then. Steve moved away. He installed cable and received 81 complaints over the course of 4 months and 13 days. So they fired him. I can't take credit for more than 62% of those complaints. He found a better job in Cincinnati. But Jennifer seemed very happy with Jose. She laughed more, at least 20% more than she did with me, smiled more, glowed, and I thought how sad it would be for Jose to become yet another statistic, one of the far too many traffic fatalities on our fair streets. I had this thought more than once, and all of a sudden I could see a string of actions leading to a future that, by all calculations, would be a disaster for Jennifer, Jose, and me. My desire to reduce the number of tragic victims by 66% led me out the window onto the ledge, where I met June, my neighbor.
That's quite a story. How many times did you think about squashing Jose?
12.
Were you ever behind the wheel?
Twice.
Wow, that's self-control.
I knew I was in trouble when I actually got behind the wheel. I knew it would be wrong because it would hurt her and him too, and that's not what I wanted.
Are you okay? Do you want me to call someone?
No, I'm fine. I think I'll be fine.
Well, I'll just stay a minute. Did you talk to someone, a therapist?
No, almost. But I felt ashamed.
I know, but everyone has moments when they get fixated on another person and maybe they're not quite... It's an awfully long way down.
71 feet.
From the windowsill.
68 feet, 3 inches from the ledge.
Not quite a full 2 seconds to the ground.
Not quite.
Not much time for second thoughts.
Which is a plus, I think. But it's important to get that out of the way first, obviously.
And have you?
I have. This isn't my first time out here.
I know.
You do?
You went off twice before. Not really all the way out. Both hands the first time, both hands and one leg the second.
I didn't know anyone could.
You didn't look completely serious yet, so I didn't want to stick my nose in.
But this time...
It was a good time for me to weed my window boxes.
I'm glad you did, June.
Me too.
Lucky thing you were home.
You seem to be most depressed around 6:30 p.m., so I changed my hours at work a little.
To keep an eye on me?
Just in case. People can be unpredictable.
That doesn't stop us from trying.
No, it doesn't. Matthew,
Yes.
would you go to the movies with me?
Are you serious?
Yes?
Because I'm obviously not a very good prospect. You heard it, I'm like, there's probably something wrong with me.
Definitely.
And I think that'd be a negative in terms of appeal.
You lived next door to me for 573 days, Matthew. Our doors are approximately 15 feet, 7 inches apart. Jam to jam. I'm glad to know what you told me, and I'm glad to learn all that I observed about you. And I'm not sorry the way you are. You'll have to make your own observations about me, if you're willing.
I am.
Right now, we would like to bring out our directors, Patty and Destiny, to the stage. We would just like to say that it was a great time working with these two wonderful ladies, and we couldn't ask for any other better directors than they. So,
Honestly, they were like the best cast ever, best cast in AD. They took in all of our notes and they improved as actors, as people themselves, and I just love them so much. Thank you guys.